Good morning, good morning, good morning. Where's Daisy? Come here, honey. Come here. Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Brylan Farm stopped in. Aw, thank you, young lady. Hi, Zed. Hi, John. 8 a.m., yes. Hello, John. Hi, Daisy, Daisy. Good morning. Good morning. Lisa smiles a lot. Good morning, Lisa. How are you? Lisa, I was thinking about you when I woke up this morning. I realized that you were very quiet yesterday. I was wondering if everything's okay, Lisa. She says, hi, Brylan Farm. Hi, John. Hi, Zed. Good morning. Susanna stopped in. Susanna, the proud single mother. Susanna. Hi, Ryan. Tasty Peanut and Sono. Hi, guys. Good morning. Say good morning, Daisy. Say good morning. Say here we are. Tuesday morning, July 1st, you guys. A whole brand new month. A whole month of possibilities and choices to make. A whole new month to start over. If you screwed up, you start over. It's July 1st. If you didn't screw up and you're doing good, keep going. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Sono. Tasty Peanut. Good morning, beautiful lady. Just a lot on your mind. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Like, Lisa was very, very quiet yesterday. Good morning, everyone, says Sono. Good morning. I'm just giving Daisy some kisses and some loving because she's so beautiful. Aren't you? And lovable. Yes. Sono says hello to Lisa, who always makes us smile a lot. That's right. She sure does. She sure does. Well, guys, I heard we're going to get some rain. Went to the beach this morning, get a sunrise video. And the guy he lives by the weather said we're going to get some really bad rain around noon. So let's see if he was right. Going to get us a new vehicle. Very nice. Very, very nice. It's always fun getting a new vehicle. I love the new car smell. It's one of my favorite smells. You're going to get rain too at noon, Sono? Maybe it's all part of the same system? Yeah, he showed me like the radar. Oh boy, it looks like red, like red. Lots of red. Well, everybody stay safe. It's a nice morning. It's sunny. I don't know what the temperature is. Oh, it's 80 degrees. It's 80. Sometimes the weatherman, yeah, a lot of times they're not. Where else can you be wrong on your job all the time and still get paid? Makes no sense. Lisa says, hi, Sonal. Here's some coffee and cookies. Said storm's coming in around noon here too. Oh, must all be part of the same system then, because we are all along the East Coast, all of us. Well, give or take, you know. Sonal says, thanks for the cookies and coffee, Lisa. Lots of planes this morning. Planes, planes, and planes. You almost had a flood watch? Oh, flood watch, flash, yeah. Heavy rain quickly. That's a flash flood. Yeah, the water, I mean, when it comes down, it's got to find a place to go. Be careful. You know, if they say flood watch, that means you're getting a lot of rain. Yep. Be careful, so. Look it down, Daisy. Someone says, hello, Zed. Hope you are doing well. Lisa, for our beautiful host, Daisy. Aw, and for Daisy, got her a bone. Oh, you're so sweet. Excuse me, excuse me. Thank you, Lisa. You're so sweet. Want some water? Okay. Do you want to go in? Do you want to go in? Okay. So she's sitting by the door, and I say to her, do you want to go in? And she stands up like, yeah, I want to go in. I open the door, and she goes back to the water bowl. You want to go in? Go on. Well, she went back in now. We'll see what happens. Sono says, Lisa's awesome. Lisa is awesome. And there she is. She's back out again. It only took 30 seconds. Sorry, guys. Brown Farm. How you doing, Stacy? She says, congratulations on the car, Lisa. I'm ready to go get a hold of Peter Pan and Sono. And Sono says, hi, Stacy. She says, hey, Sono. Brown Farm. How's your vacay? She says, good. You guys? All good. All good. Oh, I wish I was on vacation. Vacation sounds good, right? Who doesn't love to go on vacation? I love it. I love to go travel and see new places. It doesn't have to be, fancy. It could be the simplest, little village or town, big cities. I like to see big cities. I don't want to live in a big city, but I do like to see them. Congratulations, Lisa. Lisa. Zed, in a crabby mood. Lots of things going on. Oh, well, don't be crabby. Try to just change your mood. Try to change your mood. You already admitted you're crabby, so try to not be crabby. Somebody tells that a joke. How about a good joke? Someone says, sorry, Lisa, I read your comment wrong. Oh, that's okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So, on Discord, you guys, we're playing the lyrics. We do the lyrics. And right now, I started the Goo Goo Dolls. The Goo Goo Dolls, the song, a name. And now I have that song in my head. I won't tell me your name. Now we're grown up orphans. See why I don't sing? Because I can't. I can, I can pretend though. Jeff's here. Hey Jeff, good morning. Good morning. He says, Zed, here you go. Have a hug. Zed, Lisa's giving you a hug, a cookie, and a cup of coffee. Now, if that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what does. Thank you, Lisa. That's so sweet. So is this hello, Jeff? It is, it's Tuesday, you guys. Taco Tuesday. Now we're having leftover pizza, but it is Tuesday. July 1. July 1, 2025. July 1. Easy home cooking. Like done. Thank you so much. Lisa says that's just who I am. You're a sweetie, Lisa. Someone says hello. Easy home cooking. Easy home cooking. How you doing today? Magnetic North Adventures. Good morning, Daisy. Hi, Lee. How is it going? Lee, how are you? Welcome, Magnetic North Adventures. Jeff says hi, Easy Home. Lee says hi, Easy Home. Sonal says hello to Lee, Magnetic North. Lee says morning, Sonal. Jeff says hi, Lisa. Lee says hey, Jeff. Morning, Lisa. Byline Farm says hey, Lee and Jeff. Magnetic North's doing well. Bowling. You've been bowling? Awesome. That's awesome. I don't even know if there's bowling around here anymore. Our bowling alley closed. There. Awesome, Lee. I love that. Lee says hi, Byline Farm. Someone says I'm in a crabby mood when I wake up early. That's funny, Somal. Jeff says hi to Magnetic North. Lisa says, why did the cat sit on the computer? Because it wanted to keep an eye on the mouse. I love it. There you go, Zed. You can relate to that one. Lisa, hi, Ryan. Hi, Ryan. Did I miss Ryan? All right, I don't see Ryan. Torpedo Heat. Hey, Torpedo Heat, how's it going, buddy? Daisy May, good morning. I want to order three tacos with the works for 12 o'clock lunch. You got it, buddy. 3 tacos. You gotcha. How you doing today? Happy Tuesday. Torpedo Heat says hi to Sonal. Magnetic North says I did a short one strike, a lot in the gutter. Good, I can't wait to go see it. I have data back today, guys. I've been on lockdown because I use too much data. But it resets today, so yay. Lisa's hi, my Heat. Also hi, Tasty Peanut. Tasty Peanut. Did I miss you, Tasty Peanut? I must have missed you somewhere. Someone says, nice, Magnetic, our bowling alley. We need to call ahead to reserve a spot. Sadly, we came in and we had to wait until 9 p.m. Wow, your bowling alley's that busy? That's cool. Torpedo Heat says, hi, Lisa. Hi, Magnetic North. And hi to Jeff. Someone says, hey, Tasty Peanut. Where did I miss you, Tasty Peanut? I don't see Tasty Peanut, but I mean, I thought I saw it. Maybe not, guys. Maybe my eyes are just playing tricks on me. Tina, the fan of Lucina's here. Hey, Tina. How's my girl, Tina? Yeah, hey, Tasty Peanut. Hi, Tasty Peanut. Tasty Peanut. Where are you? I don't see you on here. Lisa's giving coffee to Lee. It was a fun hour. Oh, that sounds great, Lee. I used to love bowling. Tasty Peanut Ryan way up there. Oh, I missed him way up there? Well, I apologize. Ryan and Tasty Peanut, hello. I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that. Aw, Lisa's giving cookies and coffee to everybody. Thank you, Lisa. You haven't been bowling since you were 15, Lee? Wow, yeah, it's been a long time for me, too. That's awesome. I used to love to go, like, it was called moonlight bowling. You'd go at midnight, and it was for fun, and they had different splits, different color lights and stuff on the pins and stuff like that. Hello, Italian Bushcraft Cooking. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Said hi, Lisa. Nobody really. Hey, nobody really. Italian Bushcraft Cooking. I'm so sorry about yesterday. I'm so sorry about yesterday. I did not get notifications. I don't know if it came on during a stream and that's why I didn't get it, or if I just didn't get it. But I watched. I'm gonna make it up to you by watching you all day today. Nobody really. Thank you, buddy. How's it going? He says, here's the commercials. Take 1 second out of the day and hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment and please hit the like button. Your support is appreciated. Thank you, nobody really, who's really somebody. How are ya? Italian Bushcraft says, hello, everyone. Zed says, hey, Lisa. Lisa says, morning, Italian Bushcraft. Nobody really said hi. Lisa says, hello, somebody really cares. Lisa says, hi, Italian Bushcraft Cooking. Here's some coffee and cookies. Thanks again for coming to watch my video. Oh, I'm going to watch a lot more, too. You're very welcome. Someone says, I could never get a strike when they're gutters. Get a gutter ball. Italian Bushcraft says, hi to Lee. There's Ryan. Hey, Ryan. He says, so. Hi, Ryan. How you doing? Lisa says, hi, Ryan. Sonal says, hey, Ryan. Ryan says, Sonal, what's up? And I'm caught up. I'm so sorry about that. Oh, Lisa's got it for everybody. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lisa's, how's everyone doing today? How is everybody? I'm doing very well over here. Ryan says, I'm just watching the NBA free agency on TV. Really? Nice. Someone says, hey, Italian Bushcraft Cooking. Very cool channel, by the way, you guys. Very, very cool channel. Italian Bushcraft Cooking. Awesome channel. Sonal says, Lisa, here's the donuts. Donuts. Who wants donuts? I'll have some. I'll have some donuts. Aw, thank you, Lisa. Yes, Sonal says, congratulations to Italian Bushcraft Cooking on 1K. Congratulations on 1K. Could you check if I closed the porthole of my boat? I hope you did, because we're going to get a very bad storm in a little while. Yeah, right there. This one? Yeah. Nice boat, huh? Elise says, congratulations also. Well done, Italian Bushcraft Cooking. Want to go in the house? Sorry, guys. Oh, Lee's using them too. Thanks, Lee. Yeah, I can go back to watching everything this week, guys. Mike the Bike just got his 4K, by the way, you guys. The Grind with Nicole just achieved her 3K. So everybody is finally moving around. This is really hate this new YouTube crud. Bah humbug. What YouTube crud? What YouTube crud? Zed is back to normal now, says Sonal. Black double tap screen. I had the old version yesterday. Hmm. Lee says I'm 260. 260. Oh, all right, we're gonna get you there. This got to go on. We're gonna say July 1st. All right, we're gonna shoot for July 15th for you, Lee. Everybody watch Magnetic North Adventures, please, please, please. Magnetic North Adventures, very, very close. Italian Bushcraft Cooking says if they reach 1,000 subscribers, it's also thanks to you. So thank you so much to all of you. Aw, that's right. Congratulations to all of you helping people. My Sharebird detective predicted that she will be here. So no. What a beautiful stream you had last night, Sono. Your sunset stream. Excuse me, that was so beautiful. I apologize for that. I think end of July. I appreciate everyone. Yep, I'm gonna say we're gonna push for the 15th. let's go a little more. Someone says you're welcome, Magnetic. Handmade homegrown. Hey, handmade homegrown. Good morning, Kelly and everyone. Good morning, handmade. How are ya? How's your eyes? How are your eyes doing? Lee, I think the end of July. Yeah. If you do more lives, Lee, you'll get there quicker. How are you? Someone says, thank you, Daisy. Tina says, you get a discount. Ron says, yes, Sonal, I love the outdoor scenery as well. Yeah, it was beautiful. Hello, Crafty, where Highland Farm says. Lee says, Daisy, Thursdays, what time afternoon are you on? 2 o'clock. We do Scrabble at 2 o'clock. 2 p.m. Why, Lee? Lee, if you got something to do, don't worry about it. Lee says, morning handmade. Italian Bushcraft Cooking says, hello, Zed's Place. Someone says, thank you, Stacy. Zed says, hi, Italian. Handmade homegrown, they're doing better. This swelling has gone down. Excuse me. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad to hear that. Italian says, hello to Stacy. Handmade homegrown says, good morning, Stacy. Magnetic North Adventures, yes, I'll be live Thursday morning, just trying to pick a live time. Oh, okay, good. I caught Ann live this morning, guys. Ann was live at around 7 o'clock. A little after 7 o'clock my time. I'm so glad I caught her. That'd be great, Lee. I'd like to catch it. Handmade Homegrown says, hello, Lee. Italian says, hello, Handmade Homegrown. Why are some of them coming up like that, though? Someone says, hello, Handmade. Oh, Lady Dagger is here. Hey, lady. Peace and light, Daisy. Beautiful morning here, too. Oh, welcome. Lisa, so that's 7 p.m. my time. I could do 3 p.m. live, 8 p.m. UK time. Yeah, Lee, do whatever suits your channel. You do whatever you need to do. Adrian. Hi, Adrian. How's Adrian doing? Good morning, Adrian. He says hi to Sonal. Lee says hi, Lady Dagger. And hi, Adrian. Good morning. Hi, Martin's here. Hey, Martin. What up, gangsta? Hi, Miss Daisy. Martin, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm Martin. Adrian says hello to Lee Magnetic North Adventures. Handmade Homegrown says hello, Italian. Magnetic North says hi, Martin. Ryan says hi, Lady. Handmaid says good morning, Sonal. Lady Dagger says hi, Lisa. Hey, Subby. Subby's here. Hello, Subby. He says have a great day, Miss Daisy. Gotta get to work. Thank you, Subby, for stopping in. Everybody say hi and bye to Subby real quick. He's gotta go to work. Thank you, Subby. I'm Martin says I'm good. Thumbs up. Thank you, Martin. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hello to us. Lee says I never want my streams to cross. Oh, don't worry about it. You can't worry about that, Lee. I went that route. You just can't. It's so sweet of you, though. We have a helicopter. Helicopter. Also, this is hello, Adrian. Lady Dagger says hi, Ryan. Says hey, Lady D. Good morning. Sono says hello, Martin. Magnetic North says hello, Subby. Sono says hello, Lady D. I'm Martin says hey, Lee. How you doing? Hello. Italian Bushcraft says hi. Hello, Martin. I'm Giuliano. Giuliano. Ryan says, Lady, I just subbed to your channel. Martin says, hey, so thumbs up. Subby says, hello, everyone. Have a good day. Have a great day. Thank you, Subby. You too. So kind of you to stop by. Lady says, I'm going to just listen right now. I'm in the garden. Aw, enjoy the garden. That sounds lovely. Sono says, have a great day at work, Subby. Justin Hill's here. Hi, Justin. Justin says hi. How are you, Justin? Happy Tuesday. Yogi's here. Just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement. You guys all know Yogi. Hey, Yogi, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping in. He says, hi, Daisy. Sono says, hello, Yogi. Magnetic North says, hello, Justin. Yogi says, hi, Sono. Martin says, hey, Italian Bushcraft, hello there. Magnetic North Adventures says, hello, Yogi. How you doing, Yogi? So nice to see you this morning. He says, hi, North. Zed says, I need to get busy and I'm listening. Thank you, Zed. Thank you, buddy. Martin says, hi, Zed. Italian Bushcraft says, hey, Eric. Hello. Sono says, hello, Justin. Rylan Farm says, hey, Yogi, and all I missed. Zed says, Lady D is pretty cool. Awesome. She's welcome, welcome, welcome here anytime. Rylan Farm says, welcome, Lady Dagger. Lisa Smiles a lot says, hi, Yogi. Oh, Yogi. Oh, my goodness. Just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement. Let's start July off right. Oh, that's so sweet. And you know what? I want to pass that along too. I like that. Thank you, Yogi, so much. Start off July right. I like that. I'm going to do the same. Thank you so much. So kind of you. You guys all know Yogi. And if you don't, go check him out. His is a great channel. Very down to earth. Really always trying to help you spiritually, trying to help you be a better person. He tries to help you with breathing exercises to relax, to unwind. He also does nature stuff. It's all around wonderful channel, wonderful man, wonderful environment. So check out my friend Yogi. Thank you, Yogi, so much. Excuse me. Lisa says hi. Magnetic North says hi, Lisa. Yogi says hi, Bushcraft. Jesse Yogi says hi, Lisa. Sona says, big W, Yogi. Thank you, Yogi. So sweet of you. He says, hi, Bryland Farm. Magnetic North says, bless you, Yogi. Yes. Wazamadu's here. I apologize, you guys. Hey, Waza, how are you? Welcome, welcome, Waza. Good to see you. Ryan says hi to Yogi. Lisa says hi, Waza. Yogi says hi, Ryan, my friend. Bryland Farms is cleaning my desk as I listen. A hot mess. Oh, you're back from vacay. Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Bryland Farm, for listening in. Sona says congratulations, over 8,000 K subscribers. 8K subscribers. What? Congratulations, Yogi. That's awesome. Yogi says thank you so much, Kel. Oh, you're very welcome. You're great. I love your channel. I stop in as often as I can. Sometimes I'm even, I'm there lurking. Most times I do try to stop in and say hello, but many times I'm also lurking, hitting the like for you. Awaza says, can't chat today. My voice is out. Oh, no. Like laryngitis type of out? Whoa. Yogi says, thanks, Sono. That says, Lady D, don't mix your tomatoes with potatoes. Or tomatoes with potatoes. Sono says, hey, Wazzle. Here's some emojis. Sono says, you're welcome, Yogi. Zed says, more in Sono. Brian says, Daisy, Yogi said that I'm cool. You are cool, Ryan. You are cool. You're awesome, Ryan. Wazza says, Mag and Sono and all howdy. Sono says, Yogi's awesome. Yogi is awesome. You guys are all awesome. Every one of you are awesome. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to all of you. Hey, Troll Slayer. Troll Slayer is in the house, everybody. He says, morning, Daisy. Good morning, Troll Slayer. Troll Slayer said hi. Hello back. Sono says, hello, Troll Slayer. Waza says, Miss Daisy, you sound well today. I'm good. I'm good. I'm very good, Waza. Alexia LaPointe. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Hello, Alexia. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. Ryan says, I'm almost done with my coffee. Well, enjoy the very end of it. Troll Slayer says, hello, Sono. Sono says, hello, Alexia. Magnetic North Adventure says, hi, Troll Slayer. And Troll Slayer says, hello to Lee. Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday, July 1st. Jeff says, I've been liking all those new shorts of the puppy. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm trying to make a playlist of all the Daily Dose of Daisy, but I'm having trouble with it. Like finding the time to do it. Thank you, Jeff. She really is a little cute dog. She's a real cute dog. Ryan says, hi, Alexia. Says, in some Where's Waldo books, Waldo's dog, Wolf, isn't always visible. In classic books, Wolf is often hidden with only his tail showing. That's why we couldn't find him. Holy moly, Zed. I can't believe that. I think we found a tail last night, didn't we? I'm like, there's a tail. Good, you could show us where they are. Now we can find him. He's just a tail, probably. Thank you, Zed. That's so cool. Oh, Alexia says, Wi-Fi is not down here, so I'm back to the community question table. All righty. So the time goes by very fast. It sure does, you guys. It's July 1st. July 1st, 2025. Lisa says, hello, Troll Slayer. Keeps us safe from the trolls. Troll Slayer says, hello, Lisa. Alexia says, hi. Hi, Alexia. Andy's here. Excuse me. Hi, Andy. Andy says, hi, guys. So sorry, guys. Sono says, hello, Andy. Andy says, hi, Sono. Daisy, do you want to go in, honey? Come on. All right, I got her to go in the house. Let's see if that works. Andy, how's it going? Andy says, hi, Sono. Lisa says, hi, Andy. Ryan Bremer says, Alexia, how's your day? Andy says, who's good at foot massages? I could use one, too. Yeah, who wants to do a foot massage? I like it. Andy says, big up, Lisa. Andy, how's it going over there? Good afternoon to you. Alexia said, good, thumbs up. Thank you, Alexia. Waza says, everyone has cute pets. I lost my Stabby this year. She'll have to return next year. Aw, I'm so sorry. Oh, Waz, I'm sorry. Very sorry. Someone's using emojis. Andy's a bit cooler and cloudy. Oh, and I saw Ann this morning. She says it's so hot over there. Magnetic North says, hi, Andy. Waza says, yeah, all the manises died. Aww. Orion says, Alexia, I just subbed to your channel. Someone says, so sorry to hear, Waza. Magnetic North says, hi, Alexia. And Alexia says, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just set my tea down. Hold on, guys. I don't want That's the last coffee cup of that type. There's blue skies, see? Blue skies are showing. Blue skies are showing. All right, here we go. Ba da ba ba ba. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Oh wow, that moved quickly. Hi Alexia, she said thank you. Lady D, I'm sorry, Waza. I lost my cat a few months ago too. I'm so sorry, Lady D. Losing our pets is really a hard thing. My sympathies. Andy says my eldest 14 tomorrow. Aw. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to your eldest, Andy. Awesome. Sonal sending love hearts. Thank you, Sonal. Hey, Tarana. Tarana's in the house. How are you? Everybody say hi to Tarana. You guys know Tarana. He loves the emergency vehicles, the ambulances and all that. And he's in Albania. Welcome, Tirana. Alexia said hi. Ryan says, will you sub to my channel, Alexia? Troll Slayer says, I've had my Central Air on for over a week in Canada. Yeah, right? It's nice to have it for when you need it. Nice. Now, Andy says hi to Lee. A lady Dagger says it's 90% humidity here. It just grows out. Yeah, I can't stand the humidity. I feel you. Waza says, I don't know why. I did nothing different. I'll research for next year. Aw, I'm sorry, Waza. That's still sad, you know? Tyrannus is so excited for my trip to Greece. Waiting is torture. Oh, Greece. How wonderful. When you going again? When you going, Tirana? Abigail says, hi. Hi, Abigail. Abigail Carpenter. You guys know Abigail. She's so sweet. Good morning, young lady. As that says Lady D, it's to lose a pet. Yeah, losing a pet sucks. Peter Harper, hi, Peter. He says, hi, my friends, how are you? Peter. I'm very well. For you, it's good afternoon, right? So how are you doing today? Abigail says, I'm doing amazing. Mad Morris is here. Hey, Madden. Everybody say hi to Madden Morris. You guys know Madden Morris. How are you, buddy? Were you live yesterday? I think I have to catch up on your channel as well. Lady Dagger says, hi, Zed. Madden says, how are y'all doing? How are you, Madden? I'm doing great. Jeff says, Magnetic North puts out some good content. If you're not subscribed to them, go ahead and sub him. Yes. Magnetic North Adventures. Oh, not only is it good content, but he's a good guy. Very entertaining, very knowledgeable, smart, awesome channel, Magnetic North Adventures. Yes, go check out my friend Lee, you guys. Lee says hi to Tarana. Waza says, oh, sorry to hear that, lady. It's tough, especially when cats, dogs, birds. Yeah, no matter what it is, right? Yeah, losing a pet is hard. Lee says hi, Madden Morris. Ryan says, I love you guys. Oh, we love you too, Ryan. Thank you for being here today. Andy said, I do mean eldest dog. Oh, excuse me. Well, happy birthday to your eldest dog. Tarana said hi. Hi, Tarana. Magnetic North Adventures says hi, Peter. Friends of Dashers and More. Colleen is here. Hi, Colleen. Colleen says, morning, everyone. You guys all know Colleen. Good morning, young lady. There's Share Bear. Share Bear says hello to everybody. And how do you do that? I don't know. Good morning, Share Bear. Thank you for being here. How are you, Share Bear? Abigail says hi, Adventure. Sonal says, I put up 2 shorts and a video for Tirana. I know he loves emergency vehicles. Yes, he does. And whenever I see one, I do too, Sonal. That's great. That's awesome. Elise says hello to Abigail. Peter Harper says, I'll only be here for a few minutes as I'm going swimming. Oh, you're going swimming? Wonderful, Peter. Enjoy that. Thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you so much. Share Bear says hello to people she missed, and she says, good morning. Sonal says hello, Share Bear. Lee says, hi, Colleen. Colleen. How's Colleen? Ryan dropped a link for, I think Ryan. Awesome, Ryan. Thank you. Tirana says, hi, Share Bear. Magnetic North Adventure says, hi, Share Bear. Share Bear says, hey, Jeff. Good morning. Friend of Dashers and More, Colleen says, hi, Share Bear. Lisa says, Wazamadu, sorry. Ryan says, hello, Share Bear. Alexi says, Cotton is lazy on the window and Mulan is on my side. Oh, how sweet, Alexia. What a beautiful morning that is. Peter Harper says, how's everyone today? How is everyone? Sonal says, my Share Bear detector's right. Right on, Sonal. It's right on. It's like radar. Abigail Carpenter says, hi, Lisa. Wazamata says, hey, friends of Dashers. Share Bear says, good morning, Sonal, LOL. Tarana says, I'm going to Athens, then nearby village. Hope I spot any emergency vehicles there. It's going to be very good for my channel. Oh, Tarana, that's great. You're going to Athens? Oh, lovely. Well, put up those videos too on your channel. Make a little side note or something. Friends of Dashes More, Colleen says hi to Lee. Share Bear's using emojis. Thank you, Share Bear. Madam Morris, I started a live, but I ended it because it wasn't doing that good. I'm doing a live in 6 hours though. 6 hours. 6 hours. It's almost night. So this afternoon? Okay. Okie dokie. I'm going to make sure I have your bell on too, Madden, but I'm pretty sure that I do. Although lately I have not been getting notifications for hardly anybody. I don't know what's going on. Everybody check out Madden Morris this afternoon. Tarana says, thanks to Sonal. Lee says, hi, Purple Share Bear. Sonal says, you're welcome, Tarana. You're welcome. Friends of Dashers and More says, hi, Waza. Tarana says, salute. Color My World's here. Hi, Darren. Color My World. Good morning, friends. Good morning, Color My World. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday, folks. Sharebird says, hi, Lee Adventures. I'm sorry. Purple Sharebird says, Lee, Magnetic North Adventures, here's some love hearts for you. Ryan says, hi, Color My World. Sharebird says, good morning, Color My World. Magnetic North says, Jeff, thank you. Still, Smurfy Sonal says, like, thank you, Smurfy Sonal. Friends of Dashers and More, Colleen's using emojis. Thank you, Colleen. Awaz says, friend of Dashers, did Big Head come back and bother you again at all? You were having trouble, Colleen? Jeff says, hi, Share Bear. Kumari's here. Hi, Kumari. Kumari says, good morning. Kumari, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Friends of Dashers and More says, no, Waza. No. Brylan Farm says, hey, over there, Tirana. Sonal sending love hearts. Spurfy Sonal, thank you. Colleen says, I'm still sick. Oh, I'm sorry. Friends of Dashers and More are still sick, you guys. I hope you feel better. Healing prayers, healing prayers, healing thoughts sent to you. Tarana says, hey, Brylan Farm. Andy says, hi, Share Bear. Share Bear says, Kumari and Brylan Farm, hi. Magnetic North says, hi, Kumari. So does Sonal. Murphy Sonal says, hello, Kumari. Colleen says, beautiful day there. Yes, so far. We're supposed to get some really bad rain, guys. Really bad. I might even do a live stream of it. It's supposed to be that bad. We'll see how it goes. That would be later this afternoon as well. Magnetic North says, hi, Smurfy Sonal. Andy says, is it me or are there lines in the clouds? Oh, that's the screen. It's the screen. There's a screen here, Andy. There's a screen. You're probably seeing the screen. Cats is here. Hi, Cats. Cats 1964. Why are you not blue, Cats? Good, she says, good morning. Good morning, Cats. Jeff says, smash the like button. Please smash the like button. Smurfy Sonal says, hello, Magnetic North. Tirana says, it's the net, Andy. Peter Harper says, hi, Share Bear. Ryan says, hey, Cats. Andy says, Tirana, cheers. Cat says, hello, Ryan. Madden Moore says, thank you. Oh, thank you, Madden. Sonal says, hello to Cats. Smurfy Sonal says, hello, Madden. Magnetic North says, hi, Cats. Cat says, hello, Sonal. Lisa says, hello, beautiful Share Bear. Beautiful Share Bear. Share Bear says, hi to Cats and Peter Harper. Peter Harper. Madam Moore says, is this your new channel, Sonal? Tarana says, what's up? Here's a like. Brylan Farm says, hey, Color My World. Loving your channel more every day. Please don't change the music over there. Aw, I love that. I see a lot of baseball games, right? I think it's baseball, right? That's cool. Watching baseball. Share Bear says, Lisa smiles a lot. Here's some love for you, too. Blue Sonal says, hello, Petey. Smurfy Sonal. Grizzly Warrior. Good morning, Grizzly Warrior. She says, good morning, good morning, good morning, young lady. Madden Moore says, I'm subscribing to the one right now. Oh, thank you, Madden. Awesome. Waza says, I've not been getting notifications for even some bigger channels that I'm an administrative mod on. YouTube makes me mad. I know, right? I don't understand it. I'm not getting them either. Cat says, hello to Share Bear. Bryland Farms says, hello, Cats. Have you not been here before? Friends of Dasher says, oh, yeah. Welcome, welcome, everybody who's coming in. We're just having tea with a nice view on the water. We're here in Florida. Supposed to get some heavy rain today. And we're upstairs in the patio, see? And here's the tea. So cheers to you. Cheers to everybody coming in. Thank you for being here. Colleen says, oh yeah. Ryland Farm says, welcome. Sono says, Peter. Magnetic North says, hi, color my world. Ryan says, Cats, I just subbed to your channel. Tirana says, subscribe to me if you want. I'm close to 110 subscribers. Tirana, that's wonderful. Lisa's Colleen, I send prayers your way. Get well ASAP, please. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Colleen. Jeff says, I sub mad. Colleen says, so do I. Thank you. Cat says, my first time, Stacy. Oh, you're a different Cats. Peter Harper says, how is everyone? How are you, Peter? Bryland Farm says, oh, you will love Kelly here. Daisy May is the pup. Aw, thank you, Stacy. Yes, anybody new? I'm Kelly. My dog is Daisy. Oh, she's in the house. Sorry, I forgot she's in the house. I was going to show her to you. Well, thank you, Bryland Farm. That's so sweet of you. Lisa says, I have a new favorite Smurf, Sono Smurf. Bryland Farms is great, great. Helpful people in this group. Much love here. Lots and lots of love here, guys. Kat says, hello, Magnetic. Sono says, LOL, Lisa. Jeff says, hey, Peter, Peter. Friends of Dashers and More says, thank you, Magnetic North. Handmade and Homegrown says, good morning, my friend Cats. So good to see you here. You will love Daisy May. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Handmade. You're so kind. Lee says, welcome back, Sono. Clear Sono. Sono says he is his own Smurf, not Papa Smurf. Toolman says, good morning, all. Good morning, Toolman. Thank you for stopping and saying hello. Mint Chocolate Chip Balls, Richard. Hey, buddy. He says, good morning, Miss Daisy May. Hey, Richard, how are you? So good to see everybody. Cat says, crafty, hello. Friends of Dashers More says, hi, Sono. Sono says, hello, Richard. Mint Chocolate Chip Ball says, good morning to Toolman. And good morning, Colleen. Sono says, hello to Colleen. Magnetic North says, hi, Mint. Toolman also says, good morning, Mint. Sono says, hello, Toolman. Mint Chocolate Chip Ball says, good morning, Sono. Lee says, hi, Toolman. Bryland Farm says, Darren's other channel is Nature View with Tranquil Music. Oh, the Color My World one? I forget which one is which. Sorry about that. I do forget stuff. I'm in Chocolate Chip Ball says, afternoon, Lee. Yeah, I'm sorry. Good afternoon. Some of you guys are in the UK and even farther beyond. Friends of Dashers and More said, morning, Mint Chocolate Chip. Sherbert says, good morning, Grizzly Warrior. Mint Chocolate Chip says, good morning, Bryland Farm. Hey, Greg's here. Good morning from Maine. Everybody say hi to Greg. How's it going, buddy? Greg's here. How are you, bud? Sherbert says, hi, Mint Chocolate Chip Balls and Toolman. Good morning. Lee says, how are you, Mint? Lee says, hi, G. Mint says, good morning, Sherbert. Also, hello, G. Magnetic North. Lee says, lovely cup that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Tea, no biscuits. No, Andy, no biscuits. Someone says hello to Greg. Mint Chocolate Chip says, good morning, Peter Harper. Wazza says, I got my COVID test back today. It says 50. What does that mean? I also got my IQ test results. They're positive. Oh my goodness, this tea is delicious. Ben says, hey, Andy. Sono says, Andy, here's a bunch of cookies. Alexi says, I'm funny. Ask Mulan to answer me so she's cute. Mint Chocolate Chip Ball says, hey, Wazamadu. Wazoo says, hi, Mint, good morning. Mint says, morning, Alexia. Mint Chocolate Chip Ball says, you left the star of the show in the house? She was out here, but she went inside. It's cooler inside anyways. So this is what you call a cat dinosaur, a catzilla. What do you call a cat dinosaur? A catzilla. Cute. Cutie, cute, cute. Ali says, Sona with cookies. Andy says, didn't that COVID thing get proved to be fake? Sona says, dinosaur, cat. I mean, Ryan says, hey, cats. Wazoo says, catzilla. That's so bad. It's been good. Mint Chocolate Chip says, Sonal, you're telling the answer how we meant to answer your question. Need for Speed's here. Hey, Need for Speed. And the rocket's red glare. The bomb's bursting in air. Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Yep. Yep. Sing it. Grizzly Warrior says, good morning, Share Bear. Mint Chocolate Chip Ball says, good morning, Ryan. Abigail says, hi, Chocolate. Need for Speed says, good morning, all. Good morning, Need for Speed. How are ya? Soul says, Richard, LOL. Magnetic North says, hi, Need for Speed. Richard says, good morning to Grizzly. Share Bear says, good morning, Need for Speed. Jeff says, Alexia has cute cat shorts. Need to check them out. Everybody check out Alexia. Tandra's here. Hey, Tandra. Hi, Daisy. Got you playing in the background. Thank you, Tandra. How's everything going over there? Mint says, hello, Abigail. Kat says, good morning, Abigail. Magnetic North says, hello, Grizzly Warrior. Sonal says, morning, Grizzly Warrior. Wazumada says, I've asked so many people what means, so no one give me a straight answer. Shepherd says, good morning, Tandra. Ali says, morning, Tandra. Mint says, good morning, Need for Speed. Sonal says, morning, Abigail. Sonal says, morning, Tandra and Need for Speed. Lee says, welcome back, Purple Share Bear. Welcome back. Sonal says, morning. Richard says, good morning to Jeff. Tandra says, hi, Share Bear. Hi, Magnetic. Hi, Sonal. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Brian Farm says, hey, Mint. Sorry, I missed you there. Cleaning my desk until I hear my name. Mint says, good morning, Tandra. Jeff says, good morning, Mint Chocolate Chip. Tandra says, hi, Mint Chocolate Chip. Mint says, good morning, Cats. Grizzly Warrior says, hello, Mint Chocolate Chip. How are you? Tandra says, I'm working but listening. Thank you, Tandra. Thank you. Mint Chocolate Chip Ball says, it's okay, Brylan Farm. Cat says, good morning, Mint. Sherbert says, Wazamadu, LOL. Lady Dagger says, what tea do you have? Today I did jasmine green tea with burdock root. I only drink green tea. It's the same every day. Green tea with some sugar and some lemon. Sometimes at night I'll have like, I like the blueberry tea. I like the black cherry tea. I like the fruity teas. Andy says, LOL, Lisa. Grizzly Warrior says, good morning, Sonal and Magnetic North. Ryan says, hi, lady. Mint Chocolate Chip Ball says, good morning, Lady Dagger. Status, that sounds delicious. Shiver says, my cat just knocked crap off my desk. Then decided to climb up the blinds and hang there until they started falling off. She's in rare form this morning. Zed's cat climbs all over like that, too. Our cat doesn't. Our cat just lays on the bed. Our cat's lazy. A lady says, I'm in chocolate chip balls. Jeff Rubin says, Earl Grey is my tea. Oh, I like Earl Grey. If I'm somewhere and they have Earl Grey tea, I'll drink that. I like that. Tandra says, Shiver, oops. Magnetic North says, Thursday at 10:30 a.m. UK time till 11:30 a.m. I'll be live. Lee, I'm gonna pin it. Lee, I'm gonna pin it. Everybody check that out. On Thursday, Magnetic North's going live, everybody. Awesome, Lee. Sonal says, sorry, Richard, I won't say the answer next time. Zed says, Shearbird, I own a Bob. Yeah, Zed has Bob. Wazoo says, my wife made fun of me for having no sense of direction. So I packed my stuff up and right. Oh, wow, that's a good one, too. When Larry sings, hey, Larry, he says, good morning, Daisy. Checking in before Mom's doctor appointment. Well, good luck at the doctor with your mom, and thank you for stopping in, Larry. Everybody say good morning to Larry. That's so kind of you, Larry. Tandra says, I'm okay, thanks, Daisy. Magnetic North says, hi, Larry. Mint Chocolate Chip says, good morning, Zed. How are you today? North Texas Bird Feeder. Andrew's here. Hi, Andrew. Andrew says, good morning, Kelly and everyone. Good morning, North Texas Bird Feeder. Andrew, welcome, welcome. How are you today? Abigail says, hi, Uncle Larry. I need for speed says, Lisa loved the cat jokes. Keep them coming. Min says, hey, North Texas. Lee says, Lady Dagger, I've linked with you and click the bell. Thank you, Lee. When Larry sings his Daisy, do you remember the old song, Please, Mr. Custer? No, I do not. Lee says, hi to Texas North. Andrew. Mint Chocolate Chip says, hey, Larry. Waza says, my grief counselor passed on. He was so good, I don't even care. My grief counselor passed on. He was so good, I don't even care. Wazamadu, that's a good one, too. Kelly, do you have normal tea? Not fruit ones. I used to drink black tea, black pico, back in the day. And now I just drink green. But I mean, I try different teas too sometimes. I like the celestial seasonings. Like I said, my favorite is the black cherry. They also have blueberry, peach. There's a lemon tea. I'll try them. But in the morning, it's always my green tea in the morning. Sono says, hello, Larry. Lady Dagger says, hi, Magnetic North Adventures, thank you. Shiver said, I wish my cat was lazy. Andy says, I had green tea once, put some Amito sleep. No. Oh, it put you to sleep? Put you to sleep. Kelly, I sub to you. Thank you, cats. I will sub back as well. Thank you. Sonal says, LOL, Share Bear. Lady Dagger says, sorry if I missed chat messages. I'm working now. That's okay, lady. Thank you so much. Share Bear says, that LOL. Sonal says, Share Bear, don't let that cat drink your coffee. Min says, sub to you, Lady Dagger. Andy says, tell me the answers, Kelly. Share Bear says, Sonal, right? Got to make sure she doesn't knock it off the desk. Zed says, Lady D, I'm working and listening. Also, awesome, Zed. Ryan says, cats, how's it going? Thank you, Zed. Thank you, Lady Dagger. Ryan says, hi, cats. Share says, cats, I sub to you. Sonal says, anyone seen a dog and a cat watching TV? Yeah, mine do it all the time. Brian Farm says, prayers for your mom, Larry. Thanks for bringing her. Yes. I love how you guys take care of your moms. Magnetic North says, thank you for pinning Kelly. Oh, you're welcome, Lee. Make sure everybody comes and tunes in. Mint Chocolate Chip says, I just subbed to you, cats. Cat says, hey, Ryan. Sherbers says, Lady Dagger, sub to you, too. Sonal says, I subbed to cats. Bryland Farm says, hey, Andrew. Jeff says, haha. Sonal says, Lady, I subbed. Bryland says, I remember Mr. Custer was on the Goofy Great 8-track tape. Bryland Farm remembers. Cat says, thank you for the subs. Andy says, remember the song, Please Release Me. Okay, let me go. I do remember that song. Lady says, thank you, everyone, for the subs. Bryland Farm says, please, Mr. Custer, please don't make me go. LOL, I had forgotten. Jeff says, 8-tracks, you're dating yourself. Larry says, it's a comedy song by a few artists. Oh, no. Share Bear's using emojis. Thank you, Share Bear. Ryan says, cats, I didn't get a sub back from you. Ryan, relax, man, relax. Some people take days to sub back. I take weeks sometimes because I have to do it on my computer unless you leave a comment. If you leave a comment, I can do it right away. Share Bear's using emojis, and she says, good morning when Larry sings. Mint Chocolate Chip also got you back, Jeff. Madden says, I'm back. Welcome back, Madden. Andy says, is 8-track still a thing? I have no idea. Does anybody have 8-tracks or 8-track players out there? Lee says, welcome back, Madden. Abigail says, happy July weekend. The 4th of July is this weekend, you guys. Woohoo. Min says, hi, Madden. Madden says, thank you. And he says, hi. Larry says, I think there's a few 8-tracks left, but not many. Wow. 8-tracks were just before my time. Just before. Bryland Farm says, didn't get Mr. Custer then, but reading the lyrics now, deep stuff. I remember, hey, Charlie, duck your head. Abigail says, hi, Uncle Larry. Money 420's here. Hey, Money. Money said hi. Welcome, Money 420. How are ya? Haven't seen you live lately. Sono says, hello, Money. Share versus Andy. Not really. I don't miss 8-tracks. I miss cassettes, though. Devin's here. Yo, fam. What's up, Devin? Devin's here. Devin and Money. Good morning, Daisy and chat. Good morning, Money 420. Good morning, Devin. Sherbert says hi to Devin. Good morning. And good morning to Money. Ryan says, thanks, cats. Min says, hi, Money 420. Soul says, Ryan, take a deep breath. Yeah, take a deep breath. Cat says, Ryan, I just subbed. Zed says, heck, I'm getting rid of subs. You can make me a sub. I'll eat. I like ham subs. I like turkey subs. I'll eat either one of those. Lee says, hi, Devin. Mint Chocolate Chip Ball says, morning, Devin. Barnyland Farm says, yes, Shibber, 8-tracks were too clunky on the forwarding. Someone says, Devin, did you sneak in? Hello, Devin. Shibber says, Andy, I missed the 8-tracks my family had. Magnetic North says, hi, Money 420. Brian says, I did, Sonal. Jeff says, my son, what's making fun of me because I still have my cassette tapes? I don't think I have any cassette tapes anymore. I don't think so. Share says, Daisy, how are 8-tracks before your time and you're older than me? I had them. I don't know. When I first had music, it was cassettes. Maybe in your household you had 8-tracks. I remember like my sisters, like they had 8-tracks in their cars or in their boyfriend's cars. That's how I remember 8-tracks, but I never used 8-tracks. I started with cassettes. I don't know, Share Bear. The Heartless Highlander, Maddie's here. Hi, Maddie. Maddie's here. He says, good morning, Kelly. Oh, everybody say hi to the Heartless Nomad. Excuse me, I said the Heartless Highlander, Maddie, sorry. The Heartless Nomad. You guys know Maddie. Hi, Maddie, how are ya? Welcome. Sonal says, Brian, thumbs up. Shibber says, Jeff, I still have some too. Men says, I subbed to Money 420. Magnetic North says, Madden, interesting channel. I feel I'll enjoy, so I've connected. Oh, you'll love him, Magnetic North. Madam Morris is a nice young man. Someone says, hello, generous nomad. Elise says, hi, nomad brother. Andy says, 4th of July, is that when the English let you have your country back? Yes, Andy. Maddie says, hello, Sonal, bro. Hey, Lee. Mint Chocolate Chip says, good morning, Heartless Nomad. Maddie says, Mint Buddy, how's it going? Devin says, morning, everyone I missed. Hey, Devin. How's it going? DJM's here. Good morning, Daisy and everyone. Hey, DJM, welcome. How you doing, DJM? Thank you for being here. Mint says, LOL, Andy. Cat says, hello, Heartless. Andy says, hey, Mint. Sonal says, Jello. I mean, hello, DJM. The Heartless Nomad says, hi, Cats. Mint says, good morning, DJM. Magnetic North says, no. 8-tracks, I'm going back writing on cave walls with lines. Jeff says, public subs are the best. Yummy, yummy, yum. Seth says, I have cassettes of my grandparents playing country music from way back in the 70s and 80s. And 2 cassette players. Awesome, Zed. That's cool. Shibber says, good morning, DJM. Zed says, playing old country music. That's really cool. Lee says, so y'all have a big firework for the USA celebration? Mm-hmm. Yep. There'll be all kinds of fireworks. Yep. I'm going to be live streaming, I'm hoping. Someone says, too many typos. Share says, I sub DJM. The Heartless Nomad said, hey, Share Bear. I'm caught up in the chat. I'm caught up in, and look who came out. When did you sneak out? Oh, are you hot, honey? You're so beautiful. Yeah, she's tired. There you go. There she is. Shearbra says, aw. The Heartless Highlander says, Shearbra love. Jeff says, I want to come back to my next Florida. Want to come back to my next Florida. Lee says, I mean, I have a firework too. I'll be launching to celebrate. Oh, nice, Lee. You're doing fireworks too? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Shearbra says, Maddie's here, some love for you. Magnetic North says, hi, Daisy. Little Daisy. Little Daisy, yeah. Sona Little Daisy, there she is. Oh, who sat for hours with the finger on the pause button on the cassette player recording tunes? I did. That's what I remember, was recording off the radio on a cassette player. Jeff says, I want to come back to my life as your pet. Aw, I'm caught up. Yay. Just the one for you. Oh, Lee, that's so nice. Lee's going to do a one firework, just the one, for all my USA friends. That is so sweet of you. I love fireworks. Cheers. Cheers to you guys. Since I remember dialing the radio station hoping I would be caller number 9, right? Yes. I won a lot of stuff on the radio, you guys. I won a lot of stuff on the radio. Right on, Zed. Andy says, if I came back as Kelly's dog, I'm definitely chewing her skippers. Daisy does not chew on shoes. And my feet are a mess. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hey, happy Tuesday. Guess what the date is, guys? July 1st. It's July. Happy July, everybody. Happy July. Shearbra says, me too, Zed, LOL. Says that blasted busy signal. Hang up and redial. Yep, redial. Daisy knows how to open up a birthday package. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. My last dog, Betsy, too. Betsy passed away in 2023, but she used to love presents. She loved presents, and so far Daisy does too, and I love it. They open presents. Yep. She's really sweet. Someone has said I didn't signal the radio station. Tandra says, yeah, July 1st, already can't believe it. I know, Tandra, right? July 1st, you guys. And like I said before, it's a whole new month. It's a whole new start over day. If you want to start over today, start over today. Forget about yesterday. Forget about last year, 10 years ago. Forget about an hour ago. Start right now. Start today. Change things. Move things around. Clean things out. Start fresh. It's a whole new month. What are you doing? Do you want to go in the house? Do you want to go in? What are you doing? You're filthy dirty from laying on the floor. Hi. Say hi, everybody. Hi. Aw. Come here, I'll pick you up. Come here, baby. Come here. She wants me to pick her up. I'm gonna grab her. Come here, honey. Come on. Oh, you want to lay on the couch? Why don't you go sit on me for a minute? 603 Magnet Pirate Jason's here. Nice. Jeff says her dog treat is bigger than her. I know it. That's a cute one. I know it. Maddie says, hey, Tandra. Says, an A-Tracks were not before your time, Daisy. Who are you trying to kid? They were. I never owned an 8-track. I never even played one. My sisters, my older sisters played 8-tracks, not me. I'm not trying to kid anybody. Lee says, I have to go, folks. Now I'm home. I need to change my phone up. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Hope to see you very soon. Thank you, Lee, Magnetic North Adventures. Thank you, Lee. Have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. Andy says, you can't live in the past. Yes, Kelly, good words. Tandra says, the Heartless Nomad. Hi there. Shiver says, have a blessed day, Magnetic. Andy says, later, Lee. Take care, Lee. Lady Dagger says, you could have done radio. You have the voice. Thank you. Thank you. Shearbear says, LOLZ. Magnetic North says, thanks, Shearbear. 603 Magnet Pirate Jason's here. Hi, Jason. Jason says, good morning, friends. Sorry, I was showing off Daisy. I'm behind. Welcome, Jason. Cat says, take care, Magnetic North. 603 Jason says, hi, Shearbear. Shearbear says, good morning, 603. Lee says, thanks, cats. Jeff says, oh, so cute. Thank you. Magnetic North says, hi, Jason. 603 Jason says, good morning, Magnetic North. Shearbear says, you hear about the alligator in Alcatraz, LOL. You hear about alligator Alcatraz? Maddie's back. Hey, Maddie, how's it going, buddy? Shearbear says, gotta love Florida. Jeff says, where did everybody go in the chat? Where is everybody? Coffee Cake Emoji's here. Hey, Coffee Cake Emoji. She says, hi, Miss Daisy, and everybody. Shearbear says, hi, Coffee Cake. Magnetic North says, have a blessed day. All bye for now. Bye, Lee. Take care, buddy. You have a blessed day, too. Andy says, I'm off too, Kelly. Have a great day, guys. Thank you, Andy. Take care, Andy. Have a great Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here, Andy. Coffee Cake Emoji says, Shearbear Magnetic, hi. Cat says, hello, Coffee Cake. Shearbear says, have a blessed day, Andy. Zed says, on our way to Grandma's house, we listened to 8-track and car radio. Yes, I remember them in the cars. I don't specifically I never had an 8-track. I never bought one. Personally, I never had them. It was just before I started with cassettes. Ryan says, I love you guys. We love you too, Ryan. Says that was the 70s. Yeah, it was the 70s. But I used cassettes. We had the blizzard of 77 back where I'm from. It was a big, devastating blizzard in 1977. And in that day, that weekend that we were snowed in, I recorded off the radio with cassettes. And that was 77. Hi, Mom Dog Molly. She says, good morning, Kelly and Chad. Hey, Mom Dog. How are you, beautiful? Coffee Cake Emoji says, hi, Andy, and hi, cats. Maddie says, hi, Molly. Maddie says, hey, Coffee Cake, how's it going? Nobody really says coffee. Nobody really, who's really somebody? Mom Dog says, hey, Maddie, how's it going? Shearbear says, DeSantis made a detention facility for illegals and surrounding it by alligators. Oh, my husband was talking about that. Crazy stuff. Cat says, Molly, hello. Nobody really says NF. Oh, he's talking to Maddie. Nobody saying hi, Maddie. Nobody really saying hi, Maddie. Maddie's saying nobody really. Hey, buddy. Coffee Cake says, hey, Zed and Ryan and Mom Dog. Mom Dog says, hey, Shearbear, hello. Shearbear says, good morning, nobody really. Maddie says, hello to cats with love hearts. Shearbear says, good morning, Mom Dog. Sonal's using emojis. Thank you, Sonal. Molly says, good morning, Coffee Cake. Tandra says, hi, Bish. Ryan says, hi, Molly. Nobody really says, terrible week for me. Oh, no, why? Why is it a terrible week, nobody? Shearbear says, good morning, Mom Dog, with typos. Nobody really says WML. WML. I don't know what that means, WML. Mom Dog says, good morning, Sonal. Coffee Cake Emoji says, hi, Maddie. Maddie says, hey, Tandra. Mom Dog says, hello to Ryan. Sonal says, Mom Dog Molly, how's it going? Tandra says, hey, Frilly. Cat says, Maddie. Shearbear says, I'm sorry, nobody, it'll get better. Yeah, it will get better. Tandra says, hi, Mom Dog Molly. Mom Dog says, hi, cats. Coffee Cake Emoji says, somebody real. With emojis. Lisa smiles a lot using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Mom Dog says hi to Tandra. Sonal says hello, nobody really. Mom Dog says hi to Lisa. Everybody saying hello, hello. Maddie says, hey, Share Bear, what love? Cat says, take care, Andy. Mom Dog says, hi, nobody really. Coffee Cake Emoji says, hi to Tandra. No Mercy. Maddie says, hi, Lisa. Mad Moore says, I watched all of your new shorts, Sonal. Awesome, Madden, thank you. Sonal says, Coffee Cake Emoji, here's emojis. Larry's mom, my grandma had an audio cassette, and it was called Cookie Country. It had a lot of crazy songs on it, like Wolverton Mountain, Please Mr. Custer. Oh, cool, Larry. That's wonderful. I wish I had something from my grandma. No Mercy says, Mr. Larry, hi, sir. Coffee Cake Emojis, Larry, Madden, Sonal, hi. Larry says, hey, no frills. Madden Moore says, hi, Coffee Cake Emoji. Sonal's using emoji. Sonal says, thanks, Madden. Mom Dog says, hi to Larry. And the Stardashians are here. Hey, Stardashians. Good morning, Eric and Lee. How are you guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning, the Stardashians. Coffee Cake Love and Bish is back. Hey, Coffee Cake. Just don't worry about a thing, because everything's going to be all right. You got it, my friend. You got it. Stardashians, how are you this morning? I'm very good, Eric. I'm very, very good. It's Tuesday, July 1st, and I'm still here, right? Thanks for joining me, you guys. Jeff says hi to everybody new in the chat. Yes, hi, everybody new. Welcome. We're just having some tea, guys. Morning tea. On the patio, you see. We're on the patio. It's just that simple. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Sherbert says, good morning to Stardashians. Ryan says, hey, Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake says, hi, Eric. Eric the Star. Hi, Eric the Star. No Mercy says, Stardashians. Hi, buddy. Eric says, hello, Coffee Cake, and hey, Frills. Coffee Cake says, hi, Ryan. Mom Dog says, hey, Stardashians. Coffee Cake's using emojis. Stardashians says, hello, Molly. Molly says, good morning, Coffee Cake. This tea is delicious, you guys. Thank you for being here, everybody. Zed said, I missed the landscaping crew. They'll be back. They'll be back. Lisa says, why are people using initials and not regular words? Why are people using initials? I don't know, Lisa. A cat says hello to the Stardashians. Coffee Cake Love and Bish says hello, Mom Dog Molly. The Stardashians says, so I guess YouTube notifications aren't working right now. They're not working for me lately. Sunny Chronicles is here. Hi, Sunny. She says, good morning, Callie. Good morning, Sunny. So nice to see you here this morning. Thank you so much for joining me. Everybody say hi to Sunny Chronicles. You know her. The Stardashian says hello to cats. Madden Morris says, I might have to leave soon. That's okay, Madden. No worries, bud. Stardashian says hello, Lisa. Tandra says, Lisa. IDNK, LOL. I do not know. I don't know. Stardashian says, hey, Sunny Chronicles. Tandra says, sorry, couldn't resist. Mom Dog says, hi, Sunny. Sunny says, hi, Eric. Maddie says, hi, Sunny. Jeff Rubin says, Lisa, you make me smile. Tandra says, I don't know. Sorry, Tandra. Eric says, I saw your post, Sunny, and have noticed the same thing. Oh, do tell. What are you talking about, Eric? What post? Sherbert says, the Heartless Nomad, good morning. Sunny Chronicle says, hi, Maddie. Madam Moore says, I'm going to go try and work on that trick shot video from a couple weeks ago, and I'll be back. It was good seeing y'all. Thank you, Madden. Go out and have a good day. Keep up the good work on your channel. Everybody, Madden Morris is a great young man. If you don't know Madden, go check him out. Sherbert says, hey, Maddie, good morning. And hi, Sunny Chronicles, good morning. Sonny says, hi, Share Bear. Stardashian says, hi, Maddie. Lisa says, glad I grew up in the 80s. Sonal says, hello, Sunny. Stardashian says, hi, Lisa. Jeff says, the 80s rock. That's right. 80s do rock. Tiny K says, hi to all. Hi, Tiny K. Welcome. Cat says, take care, Madden. Sonal says, hope you reach your goal, Madden. Stardashian says, hello, Tiny. Sunny says, hello. Hello, Sonal. Hello, hello, and good morning. Sono says hello to Tiny. Cats also says hello, Tiny. Man says thank you, Sono and Cats. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Joining me for my morning tea. Cheers to you. It's almost gone, but not yet. We're still hanging out. Madden says, thank you, Sono and Cats. Lisa says, hi, Jeff. Madden says, I believe I can get there, Sono. Oh, I'm sure you can, Madden. Absolutely, you can. Sono says, you're welcome to Madden. Maddie says, hi, Tiny K. Ryan says, hi, Madden. Knuckle Bustin' Numbskull. Hey, buddy. Knuckle Bustin' Numbskull says, good morning, Mrs. Daisy. How are you, buddy? Welcome, welcome, everybody. Say hi to Knuckle. Ben Moore says, thank you, Daisy May, for always being so amazing. Oh, thank you, Madden. You're amazing. Amazing young man. I'm gonna watch you go places in life. I'm looking forward to it. Knuckle says, hi, everybody. Zed says, hey, Knuckle, what's up? Knuckle says, hi, Zed. Stardashian says, hey, Knuckle. Tiny K says, hi, Skull. Sherbro says, good morning, Knuckle. Tandra says, hi, Mr. Knuckle. Sherbro says, Tandra, good morning. Knuckle says, hey, what's up, Star? Sunny Chronicles, I had to go back and look at my post, Eric. I forgot what I posted. It was about my channel analytics, Kelly. Low percent of subscribers that watch my videos. I think that's everybody though, right? Except like the big channels. Most people, I get most viewerships from my live streams and lots from my shorts. But I hardly ever make videos. No Mercy Maddie says, good morning, Knuckle Busty. Knuckle Busting, hi, buddy. Tandra says, good morning, Share Bear. Knuckle says, hey, Share Bear. Sonny says, watch my channel. That watch your channel? Same here. It's the same here, Sonny. It's just, I guess the percentage of people who actually watch your channel are more people who are not subscribed. Knuckle says, hey, Mercy. Sonny says, yes, it is every channel. Yes, right. I get lost in those analytics sometimes. Sometimes I'm looking at those analytics and I'm like, what is all this info? I just don't have the kind of time to spend looking it over really well, you know. Stardashian says, our viewership on our lives are still very low and our views are terrible lately. Well, don't forget, guys, it's summer. It's summertime, and the week of the 4th of July is one of the lowest weeks. Just before the 4th is good, but right around the 4th of July, it's very low because people are on vacation. People are no longer in school, so they're not accessing their YouTube like they used to when they were at school. People are going on vacations. They're not at their work desks. People are spending more time outside, like watching baseball, going to races, riding their bikes, going swimming. So viewership does go down at this time of the year, everybody. Just be aware. As that says, I watch in my pajamas, sometimes shorts. This is the low. I think this is the low time of the year, guys. You gotta just try to go with it. Just try to keep your viewers entertained and hope they come back, right? Treat them good. Cat says, hello, Knuckle. Sonny says, it's okay, though, just an interest fact. Yeah, there's a lot of good info on the studio. Stardashian says, I'm just going to keep trying. There you go, Eric. Just keep going. Keep going. You still have a loyal fan base, and you'll just keep attracting more. You'll still grow, even if it's a small pace. And then all of a sudden, maybe you'll jump up. Stay positive. Keep going, sir. That's right. Sonny says, right, I don't spend a lot of time on analytics. I wish I could, Sonny. I wish I could just sit at the computer and pour over the analytics like for 2 days, but I just can't. I'm working on the true and false questions, and like yesterday, I think I got like 15 questions done. That's it for the whole day. But I'm still just moving forward. That's all we can do. Keep trying, keep moving forward. Shipper says, the Stardashians, yep, you just keep it, all of a sudden it blows up, right? Sooner or later, you're going to hit the sweet spot, hopefully. Knuckles is 35 hours to go. Woohoo! Knuckles almost to 4K, you guys. Turn on Knuckle Bus and Numbskull. Go watch his playlist. Watch a live stream. Watch his videos. Almost there, Knuckle. Knuckles says, hi, cats. Lisa Smiles a lot, says, storm clouds are moving in. Ugh. Jason Phelps is here. Hi, Jason. He says, liked, can't stay long. My data is running out, but wanted to show love. Thank you, Jason. The same thing happened to me over the past weekend. Thank you, Jason. Started asking as I looked at Social Blade, and our channel is at -C. What does Social Blade mean? And who rates it there? People are grading like my channel and stuff. Oh my goodness. Maybe I don't even want to know that stuff. Mr. Dashing says, good word, good work, Knuckle. Somebody says, yes, I agree. Keep swimming like the Dora. That's right. Just keep swimming. Jeff says, Knuckle, that meatloaf pizza looks good. I'm going to try the recipe. Nice. I love seeing recipes you want to try. Jason's using emoji, says, the best, Miss Daisy. Thank you, Jason Phelps. Thank you so much. He's using love hearts. Thank you, Jason. Mr. Dashing says, it's a site that rates your channel. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to know that stuff. I don't want any more stress about my channel. I put enough stress on myself. Knuckle says it's good. A lady says, Lady Dagger, I'm going to go now. Great chat, Daisy. I sub so I can chat these again. Thank you, Lady Dagger. Everybody check out Lady Dagger. And why are you not blue? We'll fix that tomorrow, next time we see you. Lady Dagger says, have a great day, everyone. Thank you, Lady Dagger. You as well. Thank you so much. Jason says, having a amazing day. Daisy, you're the best. Thank you, Jason. Knuckle says, but don't put the bacon on the outside. Zed says, hey, Lady D, wait. Jeff says, just remember all the cool people come to this live. We're pinning that up. That's a good one. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much for that. Oh, that tea was so good, you guys. Lisa says, you have a great channel, so I wouldn't worry. I'm not going to worry. I think that just puts pressure on you. You know what I mean? Grading your channels. Zed says, Lady D, question mark? She says, I will be around, Zed, yes. She says, I'll be around. Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. It is July 1. July 1, 2025. Can you believe it's July already? You're there, says Zed. Zed, are you talking to Lady Dagger? Whoops. Sorry, guys. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. A lady says, LOL, yes, to see what you have to say, Zed, but really I do have to go. Where you think you're going? Kat says, take care, Lady Dagger. Yeah, Lady Dagger, thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day. Great start to your day. I try to send you guys out on a positive note, a good voice in your head, a little. No. We're not doing that. Sorry, guys. No. Shh. Cass says, take care, Lady Dagger. Someone says, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That's right. So that says, LOL. Okay, I was just going to check out your pigeon problem. Someone says, take care, Lady Dagger. Yeah, take care, Lady Dagger. Thank you for being here. That's little Daisy barking. Little Daisy Duke barking. What are you barking? You're so beautiful. What do you got all over your head? It's something all over you. Hi. Hi. Aw. She's so sweet. Jeff says, attack, attack. Lady D says, you're the best, Zed. I posted a video update. Zed says, LOL, known Lady D for a couple years also. Nice, guys. Said, I saw that. Posted a video. Norma Raymond. Norma Raymond said hi. Hi, Norma. How's it going? Welcome, 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 and good morning. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello to me. We have a plane overhead, guys. Cat says hello, Norma. Mom Dog says hi, Norma. Hi, Daisy. You want to go in? Go on. Okay, so she went in. Want to take bets on how long until she comes back out again? I give it less than 30 seconds. See what happens. Hi, Norma. How's it going? Cat says hello, Norma. Mom Dog Molly says hi, Norma. Sono says hello, Norma. Norma. Sherbert says Norma Raymond. Good morning. Thank you for being here, everybody. I think it's the calm before the storm because they're talking about really heavy rain for us. Oh, what a nice day. Norma says hi, Cat, Shibber, and everyone else. Lisa smiles a lot, said hi, Norma. Hi, Norma. Lisa. Everybody. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for hitting the like button, everybody. Thank you so much. Zombie Queen. Hey, Zombie Queen. How are you? Much love and positivity to all, she says. So wonderful to see everyone again, Daisy. Hi, Zombie Queen. Good to see you, too. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Tuesday. Zombie Queen. Thank you, thank you. Lisa says hello, Zombie Queen. Lisa smiles a lot. Lisa smiles a lot. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me for my morning tea, guys. Lisa says, hi, Zombie Queen. So does Share Bear. Orange Share Bear also says, good morning to Zombie Queen. Zombie Queen says, lovely Lisa, so much love. Ryan says, hi, Zombie. Jeff says, I don't know how it feels outside there on the East Coast, but on the West Coast here, it's just paradise. It's nice right now. Yeah, it's nice right now, Jeff. Zombie Queen says, Share Bear, such love, much love. Someone says, another joke. There's a person that came into the store and asked one of the employees, I have an interview with the manager. The employee said, wait, please. The person said, who in an interview said 75 pounds. 75 pounds. That's a small person, right? Lisa says, we need more cookies. Oh, I might make cookies. I might make some chocolate chip. Sono says, LOL. Sherbert says, hi, Zombie Queen. Sono's laughing out loud, but Sono's telling us all the jokes. Thank you, Sono. Radiant Ryan, much love to Zombie Queen. Shibber says, Jeff Rubin, in the Midwest at 73, feels like 82. Not bad right now. I don't know what we have right now, but it's nice. There's a nice little breeze. It's not too hot and it's not too bad. Lisa smiles a lot. Got all kinds of cookies for everybody. Thank you, Lisa. I want some cookies. Someone says, little Zombie Queen. Tandra's supposed to be 34 here today. Now, from what I gather, 34 is quite warm, right? 34 is quite warm. Yeah. Cat says, little Zombie Queen. Shiver says, Lisa smiles a lot. You're going to make me get more McDonald's cookies, aren't you? Yeah, you know who else has good chocolate chip cookies? Subway. I don't like Subway food, but I like Subway chocolate chip cookies. They're really good. Cat says, little Zombie. Sonos says, Shiver, I got Panera Bread cookie. Oh, I never had Panera Bread cookie. I don't think so. Theirs look really good too. Panera Bread, yeah. Zed said hi. Hi, Zed. How's it going, buddy? Tandra's, yes, it will be a record for the UK. A record? Oh boy. Try to stay cool over there, you guys. Lisa says, why did the Chihuahua get lost in the bakery? Because he was looking for a cupcake. That's cute, Lisa. That's so cute. Let's put that up. Kat says, LOL, Lisa. Someone says, I like typing. I like anything with bacon, right? Who doesn't like bacon? Raise your hand. Zed's using the emojis. Thank you, Zed. You know, you guys can use those emojis also commenting on my shorts. Putting up a quick poll, too. Here we go. All right, quick poll. Melly Dance is here. Hi, Melly. Melly Dance says hi, and she said, good morning. Hello, Melly. Welcome, young lady. Welcome, welcome, Melly Dance, everybody. Shiver says, Sonal. Never had them. Sonal says, Lisa, you already made me smile a lot. Aw. Lisa says, hi, Melly. Hi, Melly Dance. How are you and your lovely family? Thank you for stopping in and saying hello to us. Please double tap your screen, guys. And if you're on a computer or a laptop, please hit the like button. If you're on a tablet, you can hit the like button. If you're on a phone, just double tap your screen. It's nice and easy. It doesn't cost a cent. Thank you, everybody. Shivers just hopped over here to take the poll and watching ads again. Shiver says, Melly Dons, good morning. Someone says, the question is, does the dog know it's bacon? That's a good question. Melly says, hello, everyone. Jeff says, we'll be right back after this brief message. Someone says, hello, Melly Dons. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Wow. It's July 1st, 2025. Crazy. Someone says, hello, Melly Dons. Kat also says, hello, Melly. Hello, Melly Dons. She's got a lovely family, you guys. Make sure you check her out. You'll be happy you did. All these channels in the chat, guys. Beautiful, beautiful channels. Beautiful people. Lots of fun. And if something isn't your style, that's okay. You could still just throw them a like, and a view, and then move on. Melly says, hello, cats. Lisa says, you have 52 likes. 52? Oh my goodness, after that look up there, it was like 20. Wow, thank you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love, everybody. Ryan says, hi, Melly, how's it going? Well, Daisy did not come back out. So I just checked on Daisy. She's laying in her bed. She is inside. We'll see how much longer. My husband's like, well, she just wants to stay with you. I said, I know she wants to stay with me. But like during Scrabble yesterday, it was so warm. I had 2 fans going, and she would not go in the house. Like, I don't want her out here sweating like that. Trying to do a little separation from her so that she could stay in the house just even while I'm out here. Oh, look it. She's back. You're back. Daisy, what are you doing? What are you doing? See, I went in to check on her and I jinxed it. And now she won't stay in the house. She's on guard, yeah. The little watchdog that could, right? The little watchdog that could. The little watchdog that could. Thank you so much to Yogi. Just Yogi doing burpees in his basement. $2 donation today, Yogi. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. She is on guard. And she likes to lay on the tiles because they're cooler. You know what I mean? I have to go. I'll see everybody later. Thank you, Jeff. Have a good day, buddy. Thank you for joining me. Take care, Jeff. Mom says, take care, Jeff. Share Bear says, I'm all caught up on the post with both channels now, too. Thank you, Share Bear. Don't forget to go to the post tab, you guys, and play the games. Social Security plus dog is dog security. Oh, hi, baby. Hi. Say hi to everybody. You want to go in your stroller? Oh, hi. Oh. Isn't she just the cutest? Ryan says, hi, Molly. Share says, Jeff Rubin, have a blessed day. Sono says, take care, Jeff. Oh, we got a bird. See the little bird flying down? Some kind of a bird. Looking for some food. Got a bird looking for some food. So it is Tuesday, you guys, July 1st, 2025. It is 9:42 a.m. here on the East Coast of Florida in the United States of America. We're coming up on our holiday, July 4th, our Independence Day. Anybody got plans for the weekend? It's almost as for the birds. Right now we have 83 degrees. Mostly sunny. $83 degrees, you guys. 83. Peter Pan. Hi, Peter Pan. He says hello together. Oh no, I'm late. Is there any tea left? No, there's no tea, but we're still hanging out. Zed says, nope, I got no plans. None. Someone says, Peter Pan, here's some coffee. Have a seat. Yeah, grab a coffee, have a seat. We're here for a little while longer. Cat says, hello, Peter Pan. Peter Pan. Peter Pan, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. You wished is here. You wished, welcome. You wished us good morning all. I've been watching the train wreck of Congress drag their feet in either passing or trashing the big, beautiful bill. I don't care either way. Yeah, I don't follow any of that. I no longer watch the news. It makes my life so much better. So I hear you, you wished. James is here. James says, good morning. Hello, James. How are you today? Welcome. Peter Pan says, thanks, Sono. How's it going, you guys? Enjoying the beautiful view. Peter Pan. Peter Pan, I made plenty of coffee to go around. Thank you, Sono, for the coffee. Thank you so much. Lisa says, Peter Pan, I have your tea, handsome. Aw, you're so sweet. Kat says, good morning, James. Sono says, hello, you wished. Sherbert says, you wished James and Jason, good morning. You wish says, yes, I'm following because of something my best friend said. Oh, all right. James says, morning, cats. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I try not to watch the news. Mm-mm. Peter Pan says, oh, wow, Lisa. Thank you so much. Lisa's the best, you guys. Lisa's the hostess. Someone says, you're welcome, coffee cake. Would get mad at me for giving her coffee away. Rubberneck's here. Hey, Rubberneck. Rubberneck, good morning to all you cool peeps. Good morning to you, beautiful Rubberneck. Hey, how's your hubby? How goes things with the hubster? Shibber says Peter Pan, Rubberneck, good morning. Sono says Will, typos. Typos. Where would we be without bloopers, right? Rubberneck says low share bear. Oh, I smell something good cooking. I smell bacon. Oh my goodness, I actually smell someone cooking bacon. Peter Pan says hello, Share Bear. Rubberneck says hello, Share Bear. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. What a nice day, right? Pretty nice day. I think we'll take it. A nice day is on tap, folks. You wish us good morning, Share Bear. Yes, it is a beautiful day here in the Missouri Ozarks. Wonderful, you wished. Mom Dog says, I'm working and lurking. Thank you, young lady. Thank you, Molly. Everybody check out Mom Dog Molly. She's doing some live streaming now, building her channel. Awesome, awesome to see. I help as many as I can, guys. I help as many as I can. I was data shamed. I was data shamed that I'm using a lot of data. But it's a new month, so. Lisa says, my weather says cloudy and it's raining. They're always wrong, right? They're wrong. They're wrong, they're wrong, they're wrong. Sherebear says, you wish I subbed with both my channels. Thank you, Sherebear. Thank you, Sherebear. Sono says, Mom Dog Molly, here's the link. Thank you, Sono. Kat says, you wish I'm from the Missouri Ozarks too. Sherebear says, Rubberneck, how's your hubby? Yes, how is he? What we put in our macaroni for the big day. It's funny, I'm making it today. I put hard-boiled eggs, tuna, celery, Miracle Whip, and just a touch of milk, along with some salt and pepper. And I'm making that today. Sherbert says, cats, and you wish I'm your neighbor in Illinois. Sono says, hello, Rubberneck. Knuckles says, really, cats? Me too. Lots of people from Missouri. Do you want to go in? You want to go in? Go on. Go on. Go on. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Sono says, hello, Rubberneck. Knuckles says, cats, me too. Sono says, hello, knuckle busting numbskull. Rubberneck, he's doing better. Every day his dizziness gets better. Still wearing a heart monitor for now. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good, Rubberneck. I'm so glad to hear that. That's good news. You wish says, cats 1964. I am living 1 mile north of Bennett Springs State Park on 64. Rubberneck says, good morning to Sono. James says, I'm a neighbor from the north in Canada. Welcome, James, and happy Canada Day. We have lots of people, friends from Canada. Happy Canada Day. Kat says, you wished I'm from Springfield. Sono says, hello, James. Rubberneck, I'm thinking his issues that has a lot to do with blood pressure and stress anxiety. Oh, it could be. It could be, Rubberneck. Stress and anxiety cause a lot of damage to the body. Peter Pan says, that sounds good, Daisy. Oh, it's going to be delicious. Knuckles says, hi, Sono. James says, hello, Sono. Sono says, Rubberneck, I have been on heart monitor when I was a kid, but I am better now. Oh, that's good. You wish this. I used to live in Fair Grove. Fair Grove? That sounds like a nice place. Rubberneck's, oh, so happy you are better, Sono. That's awesome. You wish us cats, how did you fare in the storms the other day? Yeah, there were some bad storms going across the country. Even like up into Michigan, they were having, not Michigan, Wisconsin. They were having tornadoes and stuff. Sono says, hey, Rubberneck. Cat says, you wished my bro lives in Fairgrove. Zed said, hi. Hi, Zed. How's it going? Sherbert says, Rubberneck, send in prayers for your hubby. Ryan says, it's sunny. Aw, enjoy the sunshine. Zed says, morning, Rubberneck. Ryan says, it's sunny. Someone says, I used to live in Silver Springs next to D.C., and now I live in Germantown. Yeah, Sono's in Maryland. He's in Maryland. Sono sending love hearts. Thank you, Sono. Rubberneck says, morning, Zed. Zed's frustrated. Oh, no. Rubberneck's using emojis. Thank you, Rubberneck. Sono says you're welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you. Thank you for the love this morning. Germantown sounds good to me. All right, Peter Pan's from Germany, right? He says, oh, I don't know if Peter Pan's a girl or a boy. So we'll just say Peter Pan says Germantown sounds good to me. You wish us cats. I live north of the D Diamond Connection Station off of Red Top Road. Do you like bacon, everybody? Do you like bacon? Someone says Captain Zed's in the place. Captain Zed is in the house. Cat says, you wish the storms went south of town. We lucked out. Oh, you did luck out, Cats? Wonderful. Those storms looked really bad, you guys. They looked really bad. Hey, we have stuff in the water. Where's my French Air Bear? We have floaters. We have something floating in the water. I think it's coconuts, though. Yeah, I think they're just coconuts. I think they're just coconuts. Sono says, cat's nice. Peter Pan says, did you say you don't know if Peter Pan is a girl or... I did. I did say that, Peter Pan. I did. Because I don't know. Sono says, going to look for Cher, but be right back. A Rubberneck says, like, well, I woke up to my phone. Did an update. Took me a few to fix stuff. I didn't like that it charged. Technology can be frustrating. Rubberneck technology is... It's so frustrating for me. You wish says, I love bacon, Daisy, but my doctor made me stop eating it after my heart attack. Ooh. My best friend lost his workshop and... Wait. My best friend lost his workshop in Bass Oak to a tree. Ooh, not good. During a storm? That's terrible. Sherbert says, Sono, looking for me, LOL? It says as well, Sandy Duncan was a female Peter Pan, so there. Exactly. And like our friend Oliver, Oliver's a girl, but she uses Oliver as her channel name. And though, even though her channel is Oliver, she's a girl, and she told me she's a girl. So Peter Pan, I apologize. I hope you're not offended. I just didn't know. A bass boat. Oh, a bass boat. My friend lost his workshop and bass boat to a tree. Oh, that's horrible. Horrible. Someone says, Shipper, LOL. Zed says, you too. Rubberneck. My phone also updated this morning. I thought it was a virus. Oh, really? Peter Pan says, I'm a bit buoy. Who is Sandy now? Is she from SpongeBob? No, Sandy Duncan. Is she still alive? I don't even think she's still alive, but she's an actress. Shipper says, Sonal, LOL. I've been here. Peter Pan says, nah, I'm not offended. Don't worry. Nothing to be offended by. Oh, thank you, Peter Pan. Thank you. You wish says, his insurance is going to get everything fixed and replaced. Oh, that's good. Kat says, you wish. I'm sorry to hear that. Someone says, Peter Pan, oh, I'm my aching tentacles. Boy, not buoy. I'm a boy, buoy. I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. Who's Sandy now? All right, Peter Pan is Peter Pan is Peter Pan is Peter Pan is a boy. Peter Pan says, boy, not bluey. I got you, Peter Pan. Stitching it up. Stitching it up, capturing country life. Hey, girl, how are you? Welcome, welcome, Stitching it up. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday, young lady. Everybody stitching it up, capturing country life. Also working on watch time. If you guys could give her a hand with some playtime, that would be appreciated. Devin says, should be doing an all-day stream if anyone wants to come hang out. There you go, Devin. Nice. Says, yeah, it wouldn't go away in my screen. Bug Brother is watching. Someone says, hello, stitching it up. Peter Pan says, hello, stitching. Anybody want to go hang out with Devin? He's going to do an all-day stream. Shipper says, good morning, stitching it up, capturing country life. Good morning. Good morning. We do have the tide coming in, guys. In case you can't see it, the tide is moving in. Can you see it? Can you see it? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Zed says, wow, stupid autocorrect, right? Autocorrect stinks. Stitching it up says, hey, Peter Pan. Sherbert says, stitching, do you have your WH now? Sonal sending love hearts. Thank you, Sonal. Stitching it up says, love to Share Bear. Someone says that autocorrect is my worst enemy. Zed says, update wouldn't go away from my screen. Big Brother's watching you. They can watch me all they want to. You know what I mean? I don't care who watches me. If they want to watch little old me when there's so much more in the country and in the world, have at it. You wish says, everyone have a blessed day. Good vibes, everyone, and best thoughts. Love the cruise here. Thank you, you wished. I'm going to Lebanon for donuts. Awesome, you wished. Awesome, awesome. I hope you bring donuts back for everybody. You wish. Thank you for being here. Have a great day. Lisa says, I believe they had Sandy Duncan play Peter Pan because she was short and skinny. Could be. Yeah. She kind of looked like a boy, right? Sonal's using emojis. Thank you, Sonal. Devin's using emojis too. Thank you, Devin. Someone says, LO, my phone is mad at me because it tried to force update on me and it didn't work. Oh, it didn't work, Sonal? I says, Lisa, I can't believe I remember Sandy Duncan, let alone she played Sandy Duncan. Uh, Lisa smiles lots using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. Sherbert says, you wish to have a blessed day. You do have a blessed day, you wish. Thank you so much. I'm just seeing the clouds. The clouds, the clouds. Hmm. You wish says, I have my crew to feed 2 boys and 1 future daughter-in-law staying, so need to get them fed. Awesome. That's nice, you wished. Have a good day. Thank you again for spending your morning with me. Kat says, take care, you wish. Nice to meet you. Someone says, only I can update if I need to. Someone says, take care, you wish. Ryan says, country life. I sub to your channel. Thank you, Ryan. She's a wonderful lady. Sonal's using emojis. Thank you, Sonal. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Don't forget to go to the post tab and play the games. And anybody can post in the community also as well. Under community, you guys can post pictures. You can write comments. So make sure you check that out too. Lisa says, take care, you wished. Yes, take care, you wished. Take care. Oh, we have a bottle. Share Bear, we have a bottle. It looks like it has a green top. Oh, now you can see the water. Can you see the water flowing now, guys? The tide's coming in. Sonal says, my reminder reminded me to play the games. Oh, good, Sonal. Play the games, guys. Please, I really put a lot of effort and time into the games. Please play them. We got water flowing. See it, guys? That's the tide coming in. Wait, we can post pictures? That sounds nice. According to I watched a YouTube update today. I think it said you guys can post pictures. I think you have to be a subscriber for 24 hours though, so make sure you're subscribed if you want to post in the community. So Daisy may have the best ideas. Please take advantage of them. Thank you, Sonal. I work really hard to make the channel kind of fun. I want you to come to the channel and feel good. I want you to learn something. I want you to smile and laugh, maybe cry with me. And then when you leave, I want you to think, oh, that was a good time. I'm glad I stopped in that channel. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sonal. Shipper says, I'm becoming so smart with all your questions. Thank you, Share Bear. I really do work hard on them, you guys. I really, really do. It's fun. I think it's a fun thing. Thank you guys so much. Aries World, your poll's the best question. Aries World, I knew you'd like it. I knew you would like it, Aries World. Aries World, you guys know Aries World. We've just been lurking and working. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Everybody, you guys know Aries World. And if you don't know Aries World, go over and make a new friend. You'll thank me. It's a lovely family, a beautiful, fun dog. Lots of adventures. Hey, Brokehouse Cabin's here. He says, good morning, Daisy. Hey, Cabin, how's it going, buddy? Sonal says, sorry, share about yesterday trivia. I was trying to get the answer before Barry did. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Shara said, good morning, Aries World. Good morning, Brokehouse Cabin. Aries World says, thank you so much, Daisy. We love you. We love you too, you guys. Thank you so much, Aries World. Everybody check them out. Sonal says, hello, Aries World. And hello, Cabin. Aries World says, hello, Share Bear. Have an awesome Tongue Out Tuesday. Tongue Out Tuesday. Roll Calls Cabin says, good morning, Share Bear. Share Bear says, Sonal's all about freedom. Why are you sorry? It's all good. Tina says, I don't like bacon. What? All right, everybody. Tina said it. I don't like bacon. Share Bear says, Aries World, you too. Roll Calls Cabin says, hello, Sonal. Tina says, hey, Sonal. Aries World says, hello, Sonal's all about freedom. Bacon's the best, Knuckle, right? Peter Pan says, oh no, Tina. Tina says it's lagging all of a sudden. Yeah, because I had a phone call. A phone call came in. Is it okay now? There was a phone call. Shipper says, Tina, what? Someone says, Shipper, you were about to win. A rubberneck says, cool bacon for us, bacon lovers. More bacon for us, that's right. Tina don't like it? I'll have hers. I like it on a sandwich too with lettuce. You know, a BLT, but I don't like tomato. Roll calls Kevin says, Knuckles bacon is the best for sure. Someone says, but then again, everyone is a winner. Everyone is a winner. Everyone is a winner. Tina says, I'm going to like the live now. Thank you, Tina. Oh, you liked it. Thank you, Tina. You're so sweet. Thank you, Tina. Make sure you use those emojis, Tina. Captain says, good morning to Rubberneck. Sherbert says, Sonal, it's not about that, LOL. I didn't care if I won or not. It was just fun to play. Thank you, Sherbert. Yeah, it's not about winning. It's just about having fun. Maybe you learned something too, right? Learning can be fun, guys. Lisa says, yeah, everyone has things they don't like. That's right, Lisa. Everybody does. Everybody does. Sherbert sending us some love. Thank you, Sherbert. Thank you. We're supposed to get some bad storms this afternoon, guys. So maybe for Scrabble, we might be playing in the rain. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. There you go, Tina. Thank you, Tina. Everybody throw the emojis out there. Make that screen look nice and pretty. Show those little daisy emojis. You used them all. Thank you, Tina. It rained every day here for a week, Kevin. Ugh. That's a little too much, you know. Some rain is good. Too much is not good. Knuckles using them. Rubberneck says, good morning, Kevin. Stitching it up's using them. Thank you, Stitching. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you so much. Shearbear's using them. Thank you, Shearbear. Anthony. Anthony Chihuahua is here, everybody. He says, hey, Daisy May and all. DMV duties this morning. Only reason I'm up so early. Aw, thank you for stopping in, Anthony. I'm sorry you got to go back to the DMV. Jeez, good luck. Lisa's using emojis too. Thank you, Lisa. Sherbert says, Anthony, good morning. Brian says, hi, Anthony. Anthony says, good morning, sunshines. Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, Anthony. Cameron says, it rained so much, even the ducks are complaining. That's too much rain. Honest is here. Hello, Miss Daisy. How are you today? Hey, Honest, welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you. Lisa smiles a lot using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. Someone's giving us some love, too. Atina says, bad storms coming, though. Yes, bad storms. In Miami, yeah. We had bad storms yesterday, too, last night. Anthony says, I'm back from the DMV. A painless one. Oh, you're all done. Awesome, Anthony. Good. Captain says, hi, Anthony. Anthony says, hey, Brian, bud, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit the like button, everybody. Throw us a like. We would appreciate it so much. Anthony says, hi, Cabin. How's it going? Excuse me, guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, everybody. Look at the clouds moving in, guys. The clouds are moving in. The clouds are moving in. Da 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 da. Anthony says, hi, Cabin. Tina says, so Kyogre has been attacked by Chrome yesterday and soon this afternoon. I don't know what that means, Tina, but okay. I don't know what that means. Shibber says, getting rid of my truck tomorrow, bittersweet, giving it to my son-in-law. It's moving to South Carolina. It's an '09 Ford F-150 that has over 310,000 miles. Wow, that's awesome, Share Bear. That's awesome. It's so funny you say that because I posted a picture yesterday on our Discord of my Mustang. I had a 2008 Mustang GT convertible California Special. It was a beautiful car, beautiful car. I gave it to my son 3 years ago, and it sat through the winter, through the fall, through the summer, through the winter, through the fall for 3 years. Well, he finally did something with it. He got it on the road. He cleaned it all up. He changed everything, brakes, rotors. He's changing shocks and struts and all this stuff. And he sent me some pictures, and it looks beautiful. And guess what? It just hit 30,000 miles. The car just hit 30,000 miles. If you're on my Discord, go take a look at it. It's a beautiful car. That's cool, Share Bear. Anthony just says, how many Florida folks here in the chat? Is it Floridian or Floridan? It's Floridian. Floridian. Anthony says, love to share Bear. Ansel says, I'm here. I'm ill. Oh, Honest, you're not feeling well? I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, Honest. I'm so sorry you're not feeling well. Shiver says, Honest, hope you feel better. Yes, feel better. Anthony says, oh no, Honest, get better. Please get better. Shiver says, that's great. Thank you, Shiver. Anthony says, Shiver, are you keeping the title in your name? Tina says, hurricanes are coming. Shiver says, holy crap, 30,000 miles. Yes, 30,000 miles. And it just turned it for him. Yep. Stitching it up using emojis. Thank you, Stitching. Shiver says, Anthony Chihuahua, nope, signing it over to him. That's what I did with the Mustang. I signed it over to him. That was it. Stitching's using emojis. Thank you, Stitching. Shiver says, Anthony, he's starting his own service business and making it into a service truck. Oh, how nice, Share Bear. That's wonderful news. Ryan says, hi, Stitching it up. Anna says, I get better, thanks. Oh, you're welcome. I hope you get better. Anthony says, can you gift the title? That's what I just did today. Gifted my sister my 2010 Camry. Oh, Anthony, how wonderful. Yes, I gifted the title to my son as well. Tina says, Kyogre struck again, but Chrome is currently attacking. All right. Shiver says, Anthony, I would have just junked it, but he's a mechanic, so he can fix the issues. I was not putting any more money into it. Yeah, right on, Share Bear. Good for your son, though. That's awesome. That is really awesome. Shiver says, Anthony, yeah, that's what I'll be doing. That's what she's gonna do. Yeah. Can we get like 2 more likes, guys, before we go? Can we get 2 more likes? Anybody throw us another one? Get a couple more, make it to 60? That would be wonderful. We've been on for 2 hours. 2 hours. Anthony says, saved a couple $100 in registration fees. Yes, exactly right. Yep, Anthony says, that's good. That's a good thing. That's nice, Anthony. That's really nice of you. Anthony's supposed to one for me and one just now. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we got some love. We got some love. We got some love. Numbskull, thank you. That's all. Thank you so much, Numbskull. You're the best. Honest, I love everybody here, and this channel is my home. Thank you, Honest. Thank you so much. Lisa says 62. Time to party. Time to party. Let me make sure I hit the like on my device. Shearbear says, I'll find out what I have to do to make sure it's a gift. Awesome, Shearbear. Rubberneck's using emojis. Thank you, Rubberneck. Lisa says, send in love. Thank you, Lisa. Party time. Shearbear says, knuckle busting numbskull. Thank you, and there's some love for you. That 3 ads for me, too. Thank you, Knuckle. Thank you so much, guys. Shearbear says, Honest, here's some love for you as well. All right. Knuckles says, Shearbear, hey. Anthony says, I can hear the birds chirping there. I love that, Anthony. So cool, Knuckle. Lisa's using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. Anthony said, I only have this one bigger YouTube account. That's okay, Anthony. One's all you need, right? Sharebirds using emojis. All right, folks, we're going to say goodbye because we'll be back with Scrabble this afternoon. Thank you so much for spending the morning with me, having my tea. I appreciate you guys all so much, taking time out of your day to spend with me. Do you like movies, Honest? Yes. Lisa's using emojis. Sharebear's using emojis. Thank you, guys. Anthony says, hope you bring back the daisy in the sand emoji. I will. I will, Anthony. I will. Sharebear says, have a blessed day. Everyone, see you later. Love you all. Love you all so much, guys. Knuckle says, have a great day, everyone. Zed says, what's the matter, Zed? Cabin's using emojis, too. Thank you, guys. Peter Pan, take care, you guys. Take care, Peter Pan. Lisa says, have a great morning, everyone. Have a great day, everybody. Go out into the world. If you see someone without a smile, like Barry always says, give them your smile. You'll get another one. Lisa says, have a great morning, everyone. Anthony, glad I caught some of your morning lives. A rare treat for me. A rare treat for me, too, Anthony. Thank you so much. I love that you stopped by and said hello to us. Hello to me. Thank you, Anthony, so much. I love it. Honest says, thank you all. Thank you, Honest, for the love. Lisa's using emojis. Thank you, Lisa. Kevin says, take care and blessings also to you, Kevin. Thank you so much. Anthony says, have a great day, one and all. We're going to pin that up as we say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you this afternoon for Scrabble, hopefully, all right? I'll see you then. Oh, we got to close the poll. Wait, I got to close the poll. I always forget. Here it comes. You ready? Do you like bacon? We have 26 votes. 80% of people said yes. Who doesn't says 15%, and not really is 3%. And you know who that was? That was Tina. Thanks for the votes, guys. So it says, now what am I gonna do? Go take a walk. Go sit on your porch and watch nature. Nature's all around where you live, Zed. Anthony says, this is my safe place. I haven't had a commenting ban since I've been around. We love you, Anthony. We love you, bud. I voted who doesn't. I like it. That's why I put it up there. I thought it was cute, right? All right, folks, go have a good day. We'll see you this afternoon. I love you guys. Be kind to one another. Bye for now, guys.